What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So AMC was down for 2.54% for the day. It had a high of $18.70 and average volume on AMC is around 50.22 million, but today's volume was around 24.56 million. This is just going down and down day by day. The volume on AMC is very low because the uncertainty regarding market right now is through the roof. Investing your money in the stock market could be very risky right now because we already know the inflation is very high. Now on the 10th of March we're going to get the inflation numbers, which is going to create more fear in the market. Like what Jerome Powell mentioned yesterday, that he's not going to be that aggressive in order to increase the interest rate just because of the Russia and Ukraine crisis, but there might be a consistent and slow and steady pace of rate hike throughout the year, maybe next year as well. So right now I'm on the Twitter page of Adam Aaron, and this tweet basically tells the summary of the earnings that we had for the Q4 of 2021. There were 60 million guests in our theaters, 8 million a year ago. So there is a big difference between the amount of people that are going to the theaters in 2021 and what we are expecting it might over double in the 2022. So it shows clearly AMC is fundamentally getting very extremely strong, and we are expecting more upside coming into the company's fundamental, which will eventually impact the stock as well. Now the shorts have shorted this stock down so much, expecting that the AMC is going to get bankrupt. The investors, those who are holding this stock for such a long time, they know they need to just buy and hold and wait for that squeeze to happen. And most likely, if the fundamental gets stronger and stronger day by day, the squeeze is eventually going to happen. Now let's come over to the GME. GME was down for 2.92% for the day. It had a high of $123.74. The average volume on GME is around 3.04 million, but today's volume was around 1.09 million. That is very low volume that's coming into both AMC as well as GME. Now when we come over to the SPY had a high of $441.11. I would say SPY is doing far more better than any other stock out there. Trading the SPY back and forth is the thing that investors are really enjoying right now. But how long this is going to last, we don't know. S&P 500 is almost at all-time highs, and we are expecting some sort of a correction coming into the SPY. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. Now by looking at the options flow for AMC, I can tell you something very clearly. There was not even a single call option that came in from the whales. All of them were straight up puts, and these all investors are betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. Definitely they are giving a lot of time for themselves, let the situation come in their favor. And the amount of put option that came in a line with the same sort of a expiration day, which is 133 days left into expiration, it was a little bit suspicious. But these are more kind of like a safer bet, where these individual investors are betting AMC is going to go down, but they're buying way too much in the money puts, so that if something happened towards the upside, they can average down their position and then they can start shorting the stock again from that point. Or if the stock keeps going down, it's still a win for them. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit to see what are the regular investors are doing, I can see still over here there are all these investors, those who are betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. There are hardly any call buying happening in AMC right now. Each and every individual investors are betting that the AMC is going to go down. The entire option flow was red, as you can see for yourself. Now when we come over to the options flow for GME, by looking at the options flow, I can tell you clearly that there is a mixed sort of a sentiments coming towards GME. Individual investors are still investing themselves into GME, buying call options. When I increase the premium a little bit and see what exactly the whales are doing, whales are definitely on to the downside for this stock. These are pretty aggressive puts that came in today, and it's going to expire in another 14 days. The rest, there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for GME. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now when I increase the premium to max, there was only one bet that came in. It was for $11 million. That's going to expire in another 105 days, and he's buying a $432 put option, and he bought around when the price was $436.18. So it's still a little bit out of the money, but he's expecting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly whales actually indicate where the SPY is going to head from here onwards, so I can tell you very clearly they are all betting towards the downside of the SPY. Now we know that there is a meeting that is supposed to be happening between Russia and Ukraine for a ceasefire, and I personally believe if there is a ceasefire, there will be some sort of a revenge rally that will come into the US stock market. The stocks will start going up, but this rally is going to be short lived, because as soon as we get the CPI number on the 10th of March, market will definitely go to the downside, because I'm expecting the CPI number is going to be way too much more than what it was previously. Last month it was around 7.5. I'm expecting this time it should be around 8 or 8.2, but it could come a little bit higher than that as well, because the commodity prices has already started going up, the wheat, the gas, but there was nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow for the SPY. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.